Guys, smash up that like button for $16,475 Bitcoin.
Big things have small beginnings.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the stream. This is the second stream I've done today, obviously because Bitcoin is going absolutely bananas right now. Well, I mean, we're like slowly just like floating to the upside, right? So basically what we're seeing right now is there's not that much sell pressure, right? And there's enough demand to just keep the price floating right on up, right? So there's no big sellers, but there is a lot of demand. So we just continue to move upward, which is amazing to see. Amazing to see this right now, guys. And also, if you're looking here, we can see that we are getting a little bit of a bounce for Ethereum right here, a little bit of a bounce for Chainlink right here as well. But obviously, Bitcoin is the star of the show the past couple of months. Which is, you know, in the end, guys, in the end, it's going to be good for everything, right? Yeah, Team Underground says, geez, I need to go to sleep, but I can't. Yeah, I know. There was like, I figured, that, what else am I going to do right now? I got to stream Bitcoin. I got to go live. It's pretty incredible to see this right now, guys. So Bitcoin is currently... If we're looking at this price channel that we've been in, we've had this, you know, we were in this upward sloping price channel. We broke out of it, what was it, November 4th. Came back, retested it, confirmed it as support, and then rallied up. And now we're breaking past that 16K level. And of course, the only other real resistance from that we can really map out right now is from 2018, right? This peak right here, this first lower high. And you know, there's not much activity in this range, so there's no reason to, you know, there's no price history here, so that's why we're kind of just moving through it. I see a lot of familiar faces in the chat. What's up? The mods are in the chat. So gonna let people join in as I get ready here. Hold on one second. Someone says RIP Bears. Okay. So how you guys feeling right now about this? So I think that this is really good and all. This is great. But I'm starting to think that we're entering an area of over-exuberance. And for those of you guys that are in my Patreon, we were just talking about this, how we're likely entering an area of over-exuberance where, you know, we've had a couple legs up already, and this is our third major leg up, right? So even though the price can easily hit, you know, the 17.2, 17.4, maybe even higher, 18,150 is another area to look at. Even though the price can range all the way up here, it's looking like we may be entering an area of over-exuberance where, you know, it's just a blow-off top. People are getting too excited. There's too much FOMO, right? It's hard for me to believe that Bitcoin is just going to go straight through 20K with no resistance. There's a lot of people sitting on a lot of profits right now. And, you know, once we have that first sign of rejection, I think a lot of people are going to, you know, people are going to tend to, you know, sell, take profits, right? And so I'm kind of looking for something in this direction. I was actually mapping it out earlier. Something, you know, this is a very speculative thing for me to draw on the chart, but I would not be surprised to see this type of a pattern play out where Bitcoin runs up to maybe 17,178, pulls back, and there's still more FOMO, still more hype, and we continue up into the 18K range where there's like that extreme fever FOMO for Bitcoin, right? And then we have a huge spike in volume, a rejection, a rebound, and then, you know, maybe some sort of decrease in momentum, which, you know, could be shown in the form of a head and shoulders pattern, right? This is just completely speculative, but that's the kind of market structure you'd be looking for to, you know, determine a top. And, you know, to be a responsible trader, responsible investor, at this point, we should be at least considering that there could be a top forming in the not so distant future, right? So I would keep my eye on the upward sloping parabolic trend line, which we are above right now. And again, Bitcoin could continue up to 17.1, 18.1, 17.2, 18.1, right? We could continue up to some of these targets, but once we start to come back to retest that parabolic trend line, if we crack through it, that indicates that we do have a decrease in demand for Bitcoin, right? So if at any point we start to crack below that support line, the parabolic support line, I would definitely be looking for more downside. And I'd be looking for one of those classic 30% rejections, you know, for on those Bitcoin bull, you know, when Bitcoin's in a bull trend. Not necessarily 30%. It could be anywhere from 10 to 40%, but something like that, 20% decline. And that next major target would probably be coming in at 13.8, which of course seems crazy now, but I think a move like this is totally possible. And again, this is still very speculative for me to say, but I'm starting to think that we're about to enter the last area of over exuberance on this run. Could I be wrong about that? Could this be much more bullish than even I thought possible? I could be totally wrong. Maybe we just go straight through 20,000. Who knows, right? But at this point in time, I'm starting to look for pattern development for a potential top, right? And so far, I have not seen that yet. So far, there is no confirmed top. So far, Bitcoin could still continue up to at least 17,200 or so, right? We could be, you know, slowly moving up for the next couple days, right? But I would just, basically, we're at the point where it's like, you know, being a little bit cautious is probably a good idea. But I would not be surprised to see one more major parabolic extension to the upside into 17, 18K range. Maybe, right? Maybe. But that's kind of what I'm looking out for right now. This is kind of what I'm looking out for right now. But for the next, week, we could be maintaining this bullishness, and continuing up. You never know, right? Guys, what do you think in the chat? What do you think in the chat? Do you think that something like this right here is likely? Click 1 in the chat. Click 2 if you think we're going to go straight through 20K from here. Let me know in the chat. What is up, everybody? I missed a lot of chat already. Bitcoin pulling up your favorite altcoin, someone says. Yeah, we are, ETH is coming up a little bit here. Chainlink is coming up a little bit here as well. But right now, Bitcoin does have the momentum, and there is definitely enough interest for a continued move, but we'll see, right? We'll see. There's nothing on the chart right now that's that screams like top or anything like that. So at this point, if no major sellers step in, we are still good to go. But the way that Bitcoin is behaving right now, where there's just a steady amount of demand, a steady increase in demand with no major sellers, kind of tells me that we're getting to the point where it's like the retailers kind of like pushing the price up at the end of the run, and at some point profit takers are going to step in, but who knows when that will be? Who knows when that will be? Edward Park says we may top out 17, 18K by mid-November. Maybe mid-November. Yeah, we're getting close to that, right? So if we just continued up on this trajectory, then yeah, it'd be somewhere around there. Seems like most people in the chat, so in the chat, it seems like it's pretty split 50-50. Half the chat thinks, well, a little bit more people think we're going to get a rejection. I was telling the chat, click 1 if you think we're going to get some sort of top and a break of the trend at some point. Or click 2 if we're going straight through 20K from here. I'm curious to see how bullish all of you all are right now. Yeah, I mean, guys, even if we do get a top like this, that's not the end of the world at all, right? Like, even if something crazy like this plays out, you would end up just creating a larger scale trend to 20K, which is not unreasonable to think at all, right? We could be trading sideways going into December, halfway through December, if we get any sort of a pullback like that, and then rally up going into the new year. But I'm starting to think that we're nearing an area where a top might form, but there's no sign of it yet. Guys, definitely smash up that like button. Someone keeps saying Kevin bad luck. What, for me to say this? No, guys, it's the opposite. If someone's... What, you think I'm going to jinx it? Too many people calling for a correction. Well, it's not... I mean, guys, it's just at this point in time, it's not about... I'm not saying we're going to correct now. I think we could probably go up more. I think we could go to 17, 18K, right? That's what this chart is showing right here. And we don't have to sell off either. We could just blow straight through 20,000, but I think it's a little bit more responsible to at least discuss a potential top forming at some point, right? Rather than me just saying, oh yeah, guys, we're good. We're golden, going straight through 20,000, no problem. FOMO. Like, that's not what I don't want to do that. And honestly, there's going to be a lot more strength in the trend if we do consolidate and then rally to 20K rather than just trying to go straight through it, right? If we just blow straight through 20K, we're gonna reject back below it, I think. The healthiest outcome for breaking 20K, the best way to do it would actually be to do kind of what I'm talking about, where instead of just going straight through it with like no supports being built, we're just going straight, like instead of just going straight up and like see, I mean, this trajectory doesn't even make sense, guys. At some point, you're going to see some crazy rejection. So what you really want to do is reject, pull back, you know, like build up to 20K, like build up to it. That way you have, you know, area of accumulation, you rally, dump, area of accumulation, and then there's a lot of pressure being built on the market to get above 20K. And then that breakout would be healthy, right? That would be great market structure, and that would be good for the long term anyway. But we'll see, guys. We'll see. Bitcoin always does surprise us, right? Bitcoin always surprises us, so you never really know. Ethereum is still testing just below resistance here. The daily close wasn't amazing, but we did close above this previous area we were opening, or closing, opening these dailies. We did close above that, so we just had the second, well, I guess that's not true. We just had the fourth highest daily close of 2020 for Ethereum, so decent daily close. Decent, right? But we want to see more momentum here. Most altcoins are having problems right now, right? Everyone keeps asking me on Twitter, they're like, Kev, what about Ethereum? Kev, what about Chainlink? And it's like, well, guys, this is just how it goes. When altcoins, or when Bitcoin's going up, altcoins aren't doing so well. Almost all of them, right? But for Chainlink, if we can get above this level right here, which is 1366, this is from high to low, your fib extension, your 50% fib extension target is coming in at $13.66. This is an area of previous resistance, previous support, more resistance in that range. And we just had resistance again the other day here. So if Chainlink can pop above $13.66, then that's basically probably going to start to, that's when things are going to start to go parabolic again for Chainlink, right? That's when we can start to form a much more powerful bullish trend. Chainlink, we really don't want to be breaking below $12.15 or $12. That's what you don't want to do. Otherwise, you're headed back for 10, and it's another boring sideways range, and the chart looks really ugly at that point. So Chainlink really needs to get a bounce along this range, in my opinion. We really need to keep up the momentum here. We can't be Chainlink cannot be losing the momentum here. That'd be very bad. Chainlink just can't keep trading sideways. I mean, Chainlink is up 300% this year, and we are getting higher lows, and actually we just had another higher high. So, you know, it's doing good, right? It's not bad. It's just we need to stop trading sideways, because if we keep trading sideways, then we're going to lose momentum and people are going to be selling. But it looks like right now we are getting bought up a little bit here if we're looking at the order book. Let's see. Extreme greed for Bitcoin right now. You know, for some of these altcoins, you know, it could be a good time to accumulate. Not necessarily Ethereum because we're at resistance, right? But you know, Chainlink is probably a pretty good area of accumulation here overall because we're not really running or anything. There's no major pump yet, right? Long term, I'm extremely bullish on Chainlink, as you guys already know. But this is what I'm looking for now. And another example of this, this is just what I think, you know, at this point in time, it's likely that we'll create a top for Bitcoin. But again, it could be at 17.1, 18.1. You know, a couple $1,000s to the upside from here. But something to remember is like in this area, I guess I was talking about this before. I guess I was already talking about this. You know, you have a parabolic trend, and once you snap below the parabolic trend, then you start to get much more bearish. I think I talked about this in my stream earlier today, actually. So, you know, Bitcoin was on a parabolic trend here in 2019. And once we broke the parabolic trend line, we had a, you know, pretty harsh correction, right? Same thing happened for Bitcoin here as well. When I talked about this today and earlier on the stream, we had this parabolic trend. We broke the parabolic trend line, and then it got really bearish. Same deal, right? Same market psychology, same deal. And right now, Bitcoin is going very parabolic. Now, I don't think that if we break this trend, it's going to get all that bearish, other than maybe a correction to previous resistance as support. But But what I'm saying is, you know, if we do crack this upward sloping parabolic trend line, look for another dip buy opportunity, a major dip buy opportunity, potentially the last dip buy opportunity, the lowest prices we see for the entire next bull market. So the next major dump in the Bitcoin price, I would take full advantage, and I would prepare for it. I would plan for it, prepare for it, and take full advantage on the next major Bitcoin dump. Get ready to, you know, buy heavily so that you don't miss out on the, you know, this could be the lowest price before the bull run when we go above 20K, 30, 40, 50, maybe even 100K or more, right? So keep that in mind. Don't be scared of downside. In this market environment, don't be scared of downside. Accept it. Bathe in it and take advantage of it and buy into it, right? Accumulate on the downside. That's what you need to do right now. If you guys want to be really good at investing and trading, you know, or I guess more specifically investing, you should, like, when the market's going down, you should be like getting excited. You should be like, an opportunity has arrived. When you see red candles, it should be like flashing dollar signs, especially in this market environment. It's like discount, discount, discount. If you're buying the dips anywhere on the way up right now, you're making a lot of money. Anytime you see a discount, buy it, because that's the type of market we're in. Guys, definitely hit up that like button, smash up that like button. If you guys are new to the channel, definitely subscribe. I usually go live when Bitcoin is doing some stuff. Yeah, guys, so people are asking what altcoins am I looking at? Well, a lot of that information I keep reserved for the people on my Patreon. The thing is, since the DeFi hype, during the DeFi hype, there was a lot of stuff I was interested in. And, you know, everything was going well. All the coins were going up. And then when things started to reverse, I was like, oh, man, a lot of these coins are going to get crushed. So I started to exit them. And since then, right, since I exited, took profit to reduce exposure to altcoins, since, you know, back a few months ago during the DeFi hype, I haven't really gotten back into that many of them. I've been more focused on the top coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, right? That's like what I've been most focused on recently. So I haven't really dived back into the alts just yet. A couple, but not that many. I'm really excited for Ethereum. If Ethereum can get a break of 488, that'd be really good. We'd be seeing a lot of upside. We would probably just range right, you know, this 12% range, 13% range, up to 543 or so. So that's really what I want to see for Ethereum right now. People are saying we're getting another leg up. Let's see what we got. Yeah, we could see another major FOMO candle up to that 17K range. It could happen pretty fast too. So we'll see. We're coming right up to that point. I'm actually almost annoyed by how slowly Bitcoin is going up. We're just like creeping up, but we're going up. And it's like I kind of want to just see this thing kind of start really moving. I'm a spoiled crypto trader at this point. I want to see more movement, which we might get here in a second because we're only $10 away from the high. So let's see. Bitcoin is now coming up on this area. So right here, guys, we're looking at the candle. We're hitting new highs. 16,477, 16,480. We're actually pushing up higher now. hop over to the 1 hour. So Bitstamp is still sitting here. Where's Coinbase at? Kev Parker says, I'm looking for another coin like Ethereum. Well, you're probably not going to find that. You're probably not going to find another coin like Ethereum. I mean, you'll find another coin like Ethereum, but you won't actually find another Ethereum. You know, it's gonna be pretty tough. Guys, let me know in the chat, what is your next upside target for Bitcoin? Where do you think we're going to top out? Personally, I'm looking at 17.2 as the next major upside target. Of course, there's always the chance that we top out at 17K as a psychological price point. That's totally possible as well. This market loves whole numbers. People are saying Asia's waking up. 17K soon, FOMO mode. You guys are saying 20,000. Of course you guys are saying 20,000. I just asked the chat what they think the next likely target is. 17.8K, 18.3K, 17, 18. Edward Park says 16,800 area. You know, if we do see, you know, things are looking bullish right now, and it almost feels like we're gonna hit 20K in like a week, right? It feels that way because we're going up so much, and it's like, what's gonna stop us now? But if we do see any kind of correction at any point, it's gonna set us back like a month or two, right? It's gonna set us back, and then we'll trend up to the 20K level, probably going into the new year, right? This is kind of what I think is most likely right now. I still think something like this is most likely. Just some wicked volatility. But I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong about that. There's a chance that I'm underestimating the demand for Bitcoin. But, you know, something like this is more likely in my opinion. And currently... Oh, wait, are we breaking out again? Yeah, we are. We're pushing up more, guys. We're above 16,480 now. Looking pretty good. Still going, still going. It just never stops. It just never stops, guys. And this is why we love crypto. Because when it's bullish, it's really bullish. Guys, if we can get 1,000 likes on this stream, Bitcoin will go up another $1,000. I promise. It's happened before. Yeah, Peter Schiff is soon going to be eating his words. Peter Schiff is going to be eating his words soon, guys. I can't believe Peter Schiff is still, like, anti-Bitcoin. It's truly unbelievable. Peter Schiff is anti-Bitcoin. JP Morgan just became bullish on Bitcoin. The second largest bank in the world is accepting Bitcoin. PayPal is now allowing US customers to transact in Bitcoin. The CFTC likes Ethereum. What else do we got going for us? There's so many things. There's just so many things. Bitcoin's market cap is now above Verizon's. Is that what it was? Sorry for the white screen. Bitcoin's market cap is now above Home Depot. No, above Verizon. We were talking about this earlier in today's stream. The market cap for Bitcoin is now above 300 billion. Now, it just happened like a couple hours ago. We're above 300 billion once again. And if you guys remember, the only other time, obviously, that we were above this level was back in 2018, right? when Bitcoin was at around these levels. I mean, of course, there was more Bitcoin mined since then, but we haven't had this market cap in a very, very long time. And now Bitcoin is becoming a top dog. If Bitcoin hits 40,000, then we're actually going to be up here. Are we going to be up there? We would be right below Facebook. Yeah, I guess we would be, Bitcoin would be below Facebook if we go to 40K. And then if we go to 100, we're going to be listed below Google. Is that true? No. Is it? Am I calculating this wrong? Would Bitcoin be that, would market cap be that high? I guess it would. I mean, imagine you see Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Bitcoin, Facebook on the list. That would be crazy. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, guys, imagine this time around when Bitcoin breaks above 20,000 and we're going to be like, all of us who have been like sitting here waiting for years for this to happen are going to be like watching the news, and the news is going to be like, Bitcoin hits $35,000 today or $40,000. You're going to be seeing the news articles everywhere, and it's just going to be such an incredible feeling. I've missed some chat here. Oh, we got Julia coming with 2, says, what happens when 21 million BTC are hodled and not for sale? What? Wait. What happens when 21 million Bitcoin are hodled and not for sale? Question mark. Well, if every single Bitcoin was held and not for sale, because you're saying 21 million Bitcoin. If 21 million Bitcoin were held and not for sale, there would be no market. Bitcoin might as well not exist. Bitcoin might as well not exist. So you better hope that doesn't happen. But if you said something else like, what if 70% of the circulating supply was completely removed from the market and there was high demand, we would hit like 500,000 or something crazy, like, or more. Just looking at chat. Bitpaint is trying to insult my intelligence right now. I just hid you from the channel so you'll never comment again. But you're saying that the price would go to infinity, and that's actually not true because you can't trade it. If every single Bitcoin was held, you couldn't buy any, so the price couldn't be set. So who's the idiot now? You. Sorry, I just had to go in on a hater. Anyway, but yeah, things are looking pretty good. Bitcoin's just floating up. We have enough demand to keep going up. But again, like I was saying earlier, I'm almost frustrated with how slowly Bitcoin's going up right now, because it's going up, but it's just trickling up. It's just trickling up. Age 8 Productions, Kev, I've got 17,000. Age 8 Productions is saying that his target is 17,100 to 17,400. How are you arriving at 18.1? Well, so let's see here. So the targets that I have mapped out, are they on this chart? Yeah. So, well, we can go to the Coinbase chart. If we go back in time, so 17,178 is that price I was talking about, which is the second lower high of 2018, right? That's where that price is coming from. And then this is more of a speculative price to set, 18.1. It's kind of speculative because it's like a resistance before 20K. I mean, you could honestly just say that 17,178 is the next resistance before 20,000. You could just go with that as well. That works. So, and then you're saying 17.4, and that's kind of like what I was looking at right here as well. Depends. It really depends on what chart you're looking at, because the 20K peak, each exchange had a little bit different price action at the peak. So it's a little bit subjective, actually. Maybe the best idea at this point would actually to just go with whole numbers, 17,000, 18,000, maybe. Ryan Mills coming in with the 5. Says, hey bro, what's your take on the Great Reset? Oh, sorry, Miles. I don't know. Just calling you Ryan Mills again. My bad. Ryan Miles. I don't know why I said Mills. That doesn't even make sense. Ryan Miles. Like, how did I pronounce that wrong? I don't know. I think I've said that like 1,000 times already. Ryan Miles says, hey bro, what's your take on the Great Reset? That's a good question. Do you mean like the Great Reset as in like the entire economy collapses and everything goes, just like to a major reset? I'm not necessarily sure if that's going to happen. If there was going to be a reset, I mean, it would have probably already happened at this point. In a sense, COVID-19 was almost like a reset in a lot of ways, but I don't know. Honestly, Ryan, I don't know how to answer your question because I'm not really expecting a great reset. So I don't know. It's kind of like a theory. It's kind of like a doom and gloom theory that I don't really follow. Not really. By the way, this brings me to the S&P 500, which right now we have this area. This is the, we were just at the all-time high not too long ago. September 2nd, we were at the all-time high. And we hit it again, right? We actually hit new all-time highs, but we got rejected within that day. And we've been on this lower high trajectory, which is where people were selling. And if we can flip that area that people were selling into a buy area, then we would be likely ranging into new all-time highs post-US election. And this would be very bullish for crypto. I've said this many times. This is like the macro analysis here. I mean, it's pretty simple. If the economy, if the country can, if Joe Biden doesn't lock down the country again, which I really hope he doesn't, there's no need for it anymore. Then our economy can get a full recovery, right? We can start to actually recover. I've noticed that there's like way more traffic everywhere now. People aren't really afraid to do much. Like, people aren't really afraid anymore. So I think we do have a shot at getting a good economic recovery here and, getting more jobs back. And if we do, that'll probably create enough bullish sentiment. And if we turn on the printer again post-election with the stimulus package, we'll probably enter another bull market going into the next year. And then that'll be very bullish for crypto as well, right? A bullish stock market is bullish for Bitcoin. A bearish stock market is bearish for Bitcoin. It's a very simple equation. But yeah, Ryan, I don't know. I'm not really, like, I've watched videos from like the Epic Economist YouTube channel, where he's like it's a very dramatic channel where he talks about all the issues and stuff. The Epic Economist, I think it's called. And he talks about the Great Reset, but I don't really like buy into it that much. Is it possible? Sure. But I think that we would probably go to war before we would reset. I think our government would just want to go to war instead of resetting. Anyway. So what is Bitcoin doing here? We're still hanging out, slowly trickling up. Stairs up, elevator down, says Twink Stance. Yeah, I mean, that's usually how it goes, right? So, yeah, if we do get a breakdown of the parabolic trend, It probably would be an elevator down, but it would just be a reaccumulation area. You know, people are going to be taking profit, reaccumulating, continue up, and then continued increase in demand from the institutions, right? At this point, I think that with all the news, with all the institutions and all the news that we have, all the great news we have, which I was just talking about before, and now we could be experiencing institutional FOMO. If we do get a pullback like this, it's just going to get bought up. The institutions that were looking to get in, you know, during this run up would definitely be buying down there. Someone says, if we mine asteroids, gold will be as common as aluminum paper. Yeah, go tell Peter Schiff that. Go tell Peter Schiff. Yeah, but this is pretty much what I have mapped out here. For those of you that are wondering, like, because I see a lot of people asking about, like, where would we top out? Where should I sell or something? I personally don't think you should sell. If you're in a leverage trade, then you have to sell at some point. But I'm just thinking that some sort of decrease in momentum below the all-time high is likely to take place. You know, before, you know, I just don't see that the demand would be high enough to just go straight through 20K. So I'm just being realistic, guys. In this right here, if Bitcoin does do this, where we like top out, get a decrease in momentum, which is what a head and shoulders represents, we snap below the parabolic trend line, you know, getting a nice position down here at 13.8 would be an unbelievable opportunity. And also it would be good for whether you want to take a long-term position, you know, some sort of trade, leverage trade. That price would be the best possible price for it, in my opinion. I think that that's going to be the floor. I think Willy Woo was saying that 17K is like the investors. What did he call it? He thinks that's like the absolute lowest right now, that we would go 12K. But I don't even think we're going to go that low. I think we'll probably stay above 13.8. Because at this point in time, in order to remain truly parabolic, which is, it seems like that's what the demand is pointing to, we can't really be falling below 13.8. Julio coming with a 2 says, wait, did I miss something else? Joshua coming in with the 5 says, Kevin, look at the World Economic Forum's website to learn about the Great Reset. Seems like it's not a theory, considered big players' involvement. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what you guys are asking. Maybe I might be misunderstanding what you guys are asking about. So I'll go check that out. The World Economic Forum about the Great Reset. It's not a theory. Seems like it's not a theory considered by big players. Oh, not considered. Okay. And we have Julio coming in with a 2 says 1382 2019 all-time high fib. I got to check that out. Hold on. I also want to check out something else. Go to the weekly. I guess just remove everything. Let's bring out the fibs. And I think we just hit the... Did we just hit the 786 then? Yeah, we did. So we're actually breaking above the 786 fib extension target right now. That's really interesting. Very, very interesting. We didn't even really stop at this target at all. And I think Julia was asking about something else. Were you asking about... No, you were asking about something else. But if you go from if you go from the last major swing high at 13.8 to swing low at 3.8K, we're now coming right up on the 1272 fib extension, which I actually just now noticed. I didn't even look at this today. Very interesting. So we're coming up with the 1272 right now. 16,608. I guess that's also a target. It's interesting. For some reason I didn't even notice this yet. I just noticed this right now. So 16,608 could be a target. Very, very interesting. So let's see. We're like so close to that right now. That's interesting. We're just a few bucks away. Something tells me that we'll probably blow past it, but that's a pretty interesting target to be looking at. Yeah, a lot of people are targeting 17,200. Let's see what people are saying here. Edward is saying, did you see an ascendant triangle? Did you see an ascendant triangle? I'm not sure what you mean, Edward. Someone else is saying, can you please check Ethereum on the daily and connect the all-time high line? The all-time high with a line to 470? What analysis is that? The all-time high to 470? I'm not sure if that even makes sense for me to do. That's really not how you want to analyze this at all. I don't think. Maybe I'm not understanding what you're saying. Ascendant triangle, the 4 hour. Let's check it out. Do you mean, yeah, this right here? I mean, we already broke it though. It's already a breakout. We've broken out of the ascendant triangle already. And also, guys, 16,600 is a potential target that I just discovered. I don't know how I didn't notice that before. Josh was saying the World Economic Forum has also selected Chainlink as the 2020 Tech Pioneer. Very interesting. Chainlink really needs to bounce off this level, though. And if Chainlink gets above $13.66, which is a major resistance support resistance zone, then very likely we're going to see a much higher move, at least to 15 US dollars. Are we still continuing up right now? We are. We're coming up on the highs again. Somebody just said Litecoin is pumping. Is Litecoin pumping right now as we speak? We're now up 6%. Litecoin is coming up on the hourly right now. Pretty interesting. You know, Litecoin really needs to, again, I mean, if you're looking at Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Dash, which people are saying it's pumping today, but it's really not. Dash really is not pumping today. It's up a little bit. In my eyes, Dash is not pumping right now. Litecoin, Dash, Monero had a pretty good run recently. And what, Zcash, a lot of these older coins are not performing well because there's just not enough hype about it, right? You don't really hear people talking about how great of how well Litecoin is innovating right now, or you know, there's just not that much going on. You know, and that's why like Bitcoin Cash isn't pumping, because what's the idea behind Bitcoin Cash? You know, the next Bitcoin or a better Bitcoin, that just doesn't work, right? And you know, the idea behind Litecoin was what, a faster, cheaper Bitcoin 2.0. I mean, is that really that attractive? It doesn't seem like the market thinks so. Doesn't seem like the market thinks that. So just be careful with the older coins. I mean, they could pump. They could definitely pump, guys. I'm sure that some whales are going to want to pump their old bags at some point, but you know, there's just a lack of overall interest in the old coins, right? But if Litecoin can get above, let's see, do we have a lot of history here? We do have a decent amount of history here. I guess it's pretty relevant. About $67. If we can get above that, then you're headed for $84 or so. But you are getting above the macro trend resistance. There's just not that much momentum yet. When Litecoin used to have some major pumps though, so who knows? Well, maybe we'll see that. We're coming up on 16,500 right now for Bitcoin. Still going up. Still going up. Guys, let's see if we can get 500 likes on this live stream. Just go down, click that like button. Let's see if we can set a record here. If we hit 500 likes in the next 30 seconds, which I don't think it's possible, we would actually end up setting a record. That would be 250 likes in 30 seconds. We're almost at 300. You got a lot of work to do in like, what, 20 seconds? You got 20 seconds to get 200 more likes. Is it going to happen? I don't know. And also subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We're actually coming up on 350 already. Wow, that's a lot of likes. You guys just killed it. That's a lot of likes. You guys have like 10, 15 seconds to hit 500 likes. Five seconds. Nope, you didn't do it, guys. You didn't set the record. But that was pretty good, though. We're almost at 400. Julia coming with the 2 says, Lee said 10K Litecoin on Magical Crypto Friends. Charlie Lee said $10,000 Litecoin? Really? Is that really what he said? $10,000 Litecoin? No way. No way. Not a chance. Not a chance. I mean, I shouldn't say never, but unless they're planning to do something that I don't know about. Unless Litecoin is going to implement some really nice privacy features, something that really would spark interest in people, maybe. So this is only the hourly chart, but we're seeing a little bit of resistance at 16.5. 4 hours still pointed up, still looking pretty good. Since we're trending up now, Bitcoin's market cap is now at 304, almost 305 billion, which is amazing to see. 305 billion. What do we got on CoinMarketCap homepage? Nothing good. Nothing good, really. Well, we got Dash and Zcash pumping today. Litecoin coming up. Bitcoin is just taking the show today. That's really the story. Jason coming with the 5 says, always enjoy your channel. Great content, bro. Are you going to stake ETH 2.0? Probably. I probably will. I'm just going to wait, though, until the Genesis block is triggered. Yeah, guys, what do you think? What do you think the Ethereum price target is in the next major run up? You can do, like, if you look at Bitcoin and you go, let's actually just pull up, yeah, Bitcoin dominance is also on a nice move up the past month or so. If we just bring up the BLX, Brave New Liquid Index, and go back in time and just see like these runs. So like from this low to this high, we went up 50,000%. From this low to this high, we went up another 50,000%. Is that right? Or I guess I don't know if you want to count this as its own cycle. It's hard to say. From this low to this high, Bitcoin went up. I can't even see it. From this low to this high, Bitcoin went up. Can't even see it. I keep blocking my view. Well, around 12,000%. So, is it what? It's like divide by 4 every run. So like 50 divided by 4. It's like roughly divided by 4. So 12,000 divided by 4. Sorry, times 4? Is that what it is? No, sorry, 4,000%. 3,000%. Sorry, I'm getting all of my math mixed up here. But 3,000, it's divided by 4. So 12,000% divided by 4 is 3,000%. So the expected target on the next bull run is 126,000. Sorry, that took me a while to figure out. It's just like a stupid calculation where you just take the decrease in percents each run and then just keep doing that to the next run. So I guess 126,000. 125K Bitcoin. The most random speculative guess you could make, but that is just based on the decrease of percentage gains each cycle. 125K. And then for Ethereum, I don't know if you want to do the same thing, but I mean, if Bitcoin hits 125K, I could see Ethereum hitting 5K, maybe 5K. Crypto Man says, thanks for the continued great content, Kevin. Coworkers who laughed at my GBTC IRA are no longer laughing. Crypto Man, I appreciate the 10, and that's awesome. That is awesome. What was I saying on Twitter the other day? It was like a fun tweet I made. Well, first of all, everyone holding crypto assets right now, I am God. I gotta find it. Yeah, this one. When people ask about Bitcoin during the holidays this year, just put your glasses on and walk away. So guys, this year, when people are like, so what's going on with Bitcoin? Just like put your glasses on and just walk away. That's probably the best reaction this time. This time around, that's the best reaction. Yeah, this is what I was saying earlier on Twitter. Bitcoin is just floating upward. FOMO buyers have taken over the market. Keep in mind, we may be entering an area of overexuberance. Expect a rejection back down to crush FOMO buyers. Bitcoin could head to 17 to 18K before this actually happens. So this is just more of a warning of caution to all you guys out there. That, you know, FOMOing might not be the best idea right now. But yeah, just be ready for any pullback and definitely get your cash prepared for a dip. Again, we could go up for a whole week, straight to the upside for the next week. But at some point, there's going to be a pullback. Happens every time. Happens every time. Just have your cash ready, guys. Best altcoins for alt season. Best altcoins for alt season. Well, the one I can say is Chainlink, which I think is going to be melting faces in the next bull market. In the next bull market, I think Chainlink is going to be melting some faces, guys. But you know, it may take a while for this to really kick off for altcoins, right? It may take a while for things to really kick off for the altcoins. I've already explained to my patrons. I've given them like a dozen altcoins over the past few months that I've had my eye on, and I actually traded them during the DeFi hype. There were some altcoins that I was buying into, and then I actually ended up selling them. And a lot of my patrons already know like what those coins are, but I don't want to start talking about all the stuff we talk about in Patreon, because then what's the point of being in Patreon, right? I want to keep things exclusive in Patreon as well. But yeah, Ethereum is still struggling here. Ethereum really needs to get a breakout. Everyone keeps asking about XRP, and if you guys watched my stream earlier today, I gave like a pretty harsh diss on XRP, where I kind of went in on it. Maybe a little harder than I should have, but I really took a hit. I really dissed XRP today because I just don't understand. I just don't understand the XRP army. I don't understand how they could have so much faith. I don't understand how all of the there's like so many XRP influencers, so many, huge number of them, and all of them keep saying, like, they'll say like XRP about to break out. Like, they've been saying this for 2 years straight, and it's just been going down, down, down. But they keep saying it every month. And I'm just like, what are you guys doing? Don't you understand that the reason why XRP keeps going down is because somebody keeps selling it? Some big whale with a big wallet continues to sell XRP every single day, right? It's just the truth. It's just the truth. So could the whales pump the price again? Of course they could. XRP could hit $1. It could hit $2. It could hit $10. I have no idea. But it's likely going to sell off because there's 99 billion tokens. 99 billion. And you have to remember, the market cap there's 99 billion tokens, and it's the number 4 crypto right now. When you have a market cap that high and that many tokens, the people that are holding it are going to want to sell it for a profit over time. And slowly, they're selling. I mean, just think about it. Just think about it, guys. The guys that were sitting on super cheap XRP before it pumped, the big whales, probably have automated sells going all year, every day, 24/7. And they're just raking in the money over time with a controlled sell-off. Why else would XRP be going down? Somebody's selling. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Golden Anderson says, what are your thoughts on Zeus Capital saying they're going to short Chainlink to 7 cents? Guys, Zeus Capital, who is that again? Were they the ones saying that Chainlink was going to go to 0 like here? I'm pretty sure Zeus Capital was bearish on Chainlink at like $4. And then it pumped. And then when it started to pull back off of 8, they were making fun of Chainlink, and then it pumped again. Zeus Capital is destroyed. If Zeus Capital was trying to short Chainlink, they got destroyed because they were claiming to have been shorting it over here. They're done. They're liquidated. They're out. They're out of the game. There was one point when Zeus Capital, when Chainlink was running, when Chainlink was like mooning, Zeus Capital came into my streams because I was streaming Chainlink. And they were coming in, and of course, you know how they hate Chainlink people. They were like spamming my stream saying that Kevin, I don't even know. They were making like outrageous claims that Kevin needs to pump Chainlink so that he can sell it because it's going to go to 0. Like, that's the stuff they were saying in my live stream, like on the comment section. And there was one stream where I actually gave them the finger on the stream, which you won't be able to find because I actually went back and cut it out of the stream because I was like, I don't know if I want that on YouTube, but I was like getting so frustrated. I like gave them the finger on stream. It was ridiculous. Donut Valley's coming in with the 50 says, Kevster, are you Swedish? Why do you have CoinGecko? Is it set to German right now? Oh, it is. That's really weird. Is that, oh, that might be the second option. Did I accidentally I might have accidentally clicked it. I didn't mean to. Though I can speak a little bit of German. But yes, I am Swedish. I'm actually a Swedish citizen. I live in the United States. I'm a U.S. citizen, but I have a dual Swedish citizenship. A dual U.S.-Swedish citizenship. So, yeah. To answer your question there. I'm guessing you're also Swedish, maybe? A lot of people ask me that. Oh yeah, that's another thing. People are continuing to talk about XRP in the chat, and I made this tweet the other day that got a lot of attention, or like pretty good, at least pretty good for my Twitter account. Got a lot of likes than normal, which was this one. No. Where is it? This one. Bitcoin 125,000, Ethereum 5,000, Chainlink 250, XRP 25 cents, Doge 1 million. I mean, I kind of feel bad because like it's not necessarily nice to like make fun of coins, but I mean I could make fun of Litecoin too. Litecoin hasn't done anything. Litecoin's almost in the same boat. Again, a lot of the older coins have less interest, but just not a fan of XRP. But yeah, Bitcoin is currently sitting right around this level. We watched Bitcoin climb a little bit here on this stream. Pretty good amount. Guys, definitely smash up that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I usually go live when Bitcoin's doing stuff, and I just hang out to talk to you guys, you know, off the cuff. Just talk about the charts, the news, interact with the chat, and that's usually how my streams go. But I'm probably going to end the stream soon. Been streaming for a while now. Been streaming for over an hour, and it's been a good time watching Bitcoin pump. And we talked about a lot of stuff, some upside targets that I have, what we could expect, I guess, if you want to look at that. Bitcoin, if we remain bullish, I think Bitcoin could be headed for potentially 17,178, and if we rally again, 18,150 or so. But I do think it's becoming more likely at this point that it's, you know, we may be getting a breakdown. So we have this parabolic trend line. If we break below the parabolic trend line, which is what you got to keep your eye on, that would signify that we have a lack of demand in the market and that we need to cool off, pull back, correct, before gaining more support, right? And in that event, we could be going as low as 13,800, 13,868. Which would be an absolutely incredible buying opportunity. And if we see a dip like this, you should not be scared. You should be excited, because that could be the final dip below or I should say that could be the final dip, or the lowest price before breaking 20K. So if we do hit 17, 18K, then correct to 13.8, you should be pouncing on those prices like a cheetah or tiger, and you know, accumulating at those levels, because that could be the lowest price till we come up to 20K and break it, you know, going into the new year. So all I'm trying to do is just keep you guys on your toes. I just want you guys to be a little bit cautious. I don't want you guys to do anything crazy right now, because you could hurt yourself. Don't go crazy with leverage. There's no, there's no pattern here. We're just kind of just going straight to the upside. I would just be a little bit cautious, even if we do continue straight up. Not necessarily the best idea to FOMO. Not necessarily the best idea. Just wait for another dip. But yeah. But I think that's going to be it for me today, guys. Chill says, just liked and subscribed. Thank you, man. Or you the man. I appreciate that, Chill Primo. Much appreciated, man. Raymond says, thanks, Kevin. Always cool. Appreciate it, guys. Alan, Allison, Christoph, all these people, Eric, all you guys. I appreciate all of you guys tuning in, and I thank you guys for all the incredible support. I could not do this without you guys, and I really mean that. We just hit 31,500 subs on YouTube, and we also just hit a really nice milestone on Twitter, which was 12,000 Twitter followers. So thank you guys for all of that. I appreciate all the support you guys give me. It means everything. Also, huge shout out to everybody that donated today, which we have more than I can see. I'm probably going to miss a lot. Julio, AJ Productions, Ryan, Joshua, Julio again, Jason, Crypto Man, Donut Valley. Thank you guys all for your support. And guys, I'm going to end the stream now, but as I'm ending the stream, comment in the chat where you're tuning in from. I want to know where you guys are tuning in from. It'll be fun to see. I'll see you guys in the next stream or the next video. Peace out. Guys, definitely go ahead and check out all the links in the description. You can sign up for the Cryptowatch platform, which is the platform you see me use in all of my videos. You can chart, you can trade, all from one place. It's free to sign up with Cryptowatch. It's also free to download the Cryptowatch desktop app, which is what you see here on the screen. So definitely sign up for Cryptowatch, totally free. You got nothing to lose. And if you guys want to support this channel even further and go the extra mile, you can join Patreon. You get extra content. You can take a look at one of my portfolios that I'm managing, which just crossed above the 60K level. I started it in the beginning of the year. It has tripled in size, doing really well. And there's a lot. You can join the community and join the VIP chat and become a part of our community in Patreon there. But anyway, guys, thanks for joining, and I'll see you guys soon.